Hi, True Crimers. So I have a case I want to talk about, but viewer discretion is advised because it's pretty, a little gnarly. A man and woman from Florida were arrested and faced charges of child abuse resulting in death after San Antonio police say the pair dumped the body of a child in Colorado's high country. According to an Bexar County arrest affidavit, Nicole Aguilar, 25, was a child's mother, and Daniel Garcia, 26, was his stepfather. So young parents, they're pretty young. Court documents state the child, 5-year-old Dominic Aguilar, died in a hotel room in San Antonio, Texas on July 24th. Aguilar told authorities Garcia hit the boy so hard that he slammed into a wall and then started vomiting a dark substance. The child later died, and authorities say surveillance video shows Garcia carrying a lifeless body down a staircase at the hotel in the early morning hours of July 25th. Aguilar then told agents they traveled to Colorado with the boy's body. Agents say the couple had a hotel reservation through July 29th, but left without properly checking out. Pretty suspicious, right? The suspects camped in a remote area near Berthoud Pass where they buried the boy's body, agents say. The suspects then packed up and drove to Costa Rica. Aguilar says that's when her mother questioned her about the boy and his well-being. So, great grandma, right? She should have freaking had him in the first place. Aguilar admitted to her mother what happened, and the mother then called authorities in San Antonio. So, points to the grandma, for sure. Aguilar and her mother went with FBI agents to the campsite on August 25th and found the boy's body in a deep ravine. They say the body was exposed to the elements and animal activity for nearly a month. Last week, FBI Denver told CBS 4 they were working on evidence recovery operation on Berthoud Pass. Court documents state Aguilar and her mother traveled to the campsite to, quote, do the right thing, end quote, and give the boy a proper burial. So, great grandma. And I'm glad that the boy got a proper burial, but he didn't deserve what flippin' happened to him. And also, she told the investigators that she didn't report the abuse or seek medical help for her son because, quote, was too eager to be in a relationship, end quote. The couple didn't want to report little Dominic's death because they didn't want to lose custody of their other children. Now, other reports say that Garcia beat this child for 3 weeks straight until that fatal day where he slammed him so hard up against a flippin' wall. And they have other children. A lot of cases that I see with child abuse or child's death, a lot of them is they single out one kid. She clearly didn't want to lose custody of her other children, so why pick on Dominic? Why single him out? Why beat him? Are the other children getting beat? It seems like he was the only one, and I don't understand how parents could single out one of their kids. I get they're young. They're pretty flippin' young, and I don't know how many kids they have, but it is bullshit that they singled him out, beat him for 3 weeks. I can't even imagine what he went through for 3 weeks straight. And why? In a hotel? I wish somebody could have heard him, because hotels, their walls aren't that thick. And so my heart goes out to little Dominic, and I'm so glad that she took them to where they buried him and gave him a proper burial, because that little boy at least deserves that. So, points to the grandma, and I guess, points to her for leading them to his body and giving him a proper burial, but I just, I don't understand. So if anyone knows why people single out one child, please let me know in the comments, because I can't figure it out and I don't understand it. It's just sad. So a lot of times I don't like to cover child deaths or like neglect and all that, because I have kids and I just think about, my child, and it breaks my heart. And then I just fear for the worst, and then my heart goes out to these little kids that don't deserve it. I don't understand. Like, if he was too much to handle, like, I don't know how Dominic was, and I understand that kids have different personalities and energies, and you know what I mean? I know that all kids are different. So, why him? And if you can't handle him, or you didn't really want him, there's a lot of other things you could do. Like, drop him off at a fire station. No questions asked. At a hospital, no questions asked. Like, that's sad and that's terrible for like a 5-year-old. Or give it to the grandma. Give him to the you know what I mean? Like, there's so many options that they could have done, unless, like, and I don't get it. Why a child? Is the control, because they have control and they could just beat on this little boy? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. But my heart goes out to little Dominic. I'm glad that he has a proper burial, because he at least deserves that. Like, and my heart goes out to the grandma. Like, she's still like in disbelief of all of this happening, and she's having a really hard time. So I just wish, they would have just let the grandma take care of him if they couldn't. Like, there's just some, I don't know. Anyways, that's the video. So, everyone, just be kind, be nice, be safe, and until next time.